Now, you give me a cheer if you consider yourself to be working class. Yay! Give me a cheer if you consider yourself to be middle class. Fucking liars! Not even the Cottingham group here, keeping it to yourselves. You've just demonstrated quite a common thing, working class pride. People from working class backgrounds, very proud of it, aren't you? You know, like to wear it on your sleeve, out and proud. But there's no such thing as middle class pride, is there? You know, no one goes on a pride march because they've just had a Velux window installed. It's not. My name's Aidan. I am very middle class, and I'm not ashamed of it. I'm proud of it. I like to wear it on the sleeve. I like to own it. Property, that is. Cha-ching. Yeah, I'm very middle class. I'm from Harrogate. Do we know Harrogate? Yeah, we like Harrogate? Or yeah. Proper posh. Well, it is proper posh. But, so I don't want you or any of you to think that because I'm from a posh town that I have like an ounce of class prejudice in my body. Some of my best Uber drivers are poor. So it's not very weird being middle class because you are neither rich nor poor, you're neither one thing nor the other. But I do feel closer to being poor than I do to being rich. Like if I want to read a book, for example, I've still got to go to the library like a normal person. It's the second door on the left from the kitchen. Give me a cheer if you've got kids. Oh, quite a lot of it. I'm a childless man. I don't know if you'd be shocked to know that. I'm a bit on the fence as to whether I want kids. A bit on the fence about it. Should I have kids? No. I like that. A largely parenting room. Should I have kids? No. Save yourself. Yeah, I'm on the fence about whether I should have kids. I feel the same way about having a kid as I do about having a threesome, which is, I've never had one. I'd like to have one, but I'm worried that if I do have one, it'll just expose my lack of stamina. You know? I'm never sure if the laughter of recognition I get for that joke is coming from tired parents. Yeah, or from people who've underperformed at gangbangs. You know? But most of you are parents, so I can only assume the quality of orgy in Hull is pretty great. Really great. Yeah, I've got a lot of sexual anxiety. So what's your name? Carl, nice to meet you, Carl. I feel like we know each other well. Carl, what's the shortest amount of time you've ever lasted sexually? Be honest, we're all friends there. I love that. He just turned to his partner and went, what was it? She woke up for it. Oh, mate. No comments. Well, I'll tell you mine. Okay, maybe, yeah. I have a lot of sexual anxiety, and it all stems from the fact that the shortest amount of time that I've ever lasted sexually is minus 58 minutes. Now, the reason for that is that my wife and I were on a plane, and we decided to join the Mile High Club. And I climaxed just as we crossed an international time zone. Now that is only a problem if you're flying west. If you fly east, you last ages. At least 62 minutes if you fly east. Fantastic. I want to kind of tell you about myself. I dislike IPA, but I don't mean Indian Pale Ale, no. I mean the Instagram pregnancy announcements. Not a fan. Also can be on Facebook. And I'm not a fan of these things because they're too cutesy, aren't they? They're too sickening. They're too like, oh, look at me, we're having a baby. Though, not a big fan. It's always stuff like someone will post a picture of an ultrasound and it'll say, coming soon. Do you think we've got one? Has anyone had a kid and done a big announcement on social media? Give me a cheer. I fucking hate both of you. It's awful. Was it like that? Was it like, oh, coming soon, we're having a baby? Yes. Another one I don't like, it's like, it'll be stuff like a very middle-class Harrogate version of it will be like, black and white photo, couple standing in a wooded glade, he's got his arms around her stomach, And she's holding like an artisan sign she's made herself, like on a cork board, that says, "And then there were 3." I hate it so much. It makes me want to cut my dick off. It's fucking awful. It's so bad. My wife had a go at me for prematurely doing one of those "and then there were 3" Instagram posts as my way of announcing to the world that I was having an extramarital affair. No, I'm a big fan of family, whatever my feelings on having children are. Quite close to my mum. Love my mum a lot. She's a good advice mum. She's always got good advice for things. A good bit of advice my mum gave me is that you should always, you should have fun at funerals. Like, you should laugh at funerals. It's a celebration of life. She didn't mean disrespectfully. And she was right. I remember at my granddad's funeral, her father, we were laughing, like, as we were lowering the casket into the ground, we were pissing ourselves laughing because he asked to be cremated. But it's not all happiness in my family. I'm a child of divorce. Give me a cheer if your parents divorced. Quite a few people. Did you cheer, miss? Who cheered? Was it you? What's your name, miss? Natalie. How old were you when your parents divorced? 13, quite young. How did they break it to you? At the risk of turning this into a therapy session. Were you upset when they told you?
They told me and my brother together.
Oh, were you her brother?
Yeah.
How was it?
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit! I don't know why I'm asking. It's not going to be like, "Oh, it's fantastic. We had a great time." I only asked because I was 9. And when my parents when my mum told me they were splitting up, she said, "Oh, we just need you to know it's not your fault." Which is quite odd, because up to that point, I hadn't assumed it was. You know what I mean? Did they tell you it wasn't your fault? Can't remember. It was so traumatic. They've repressed the memory. My mum told me it wasn't my fault, and she really hammered this point home. Because I was splitting up, and it's not your fault. It's not your fault. He kept saying it over and over again. "Aidan, it is not your fault. It's not your fault. It's not your fault." And it was quite sad when my parents divorced. My dad cheated on my mum. Ooh, it's not good. And do you know how she discovered that he was cheating? I don't know why I'm laughing, this is horrible. She discovered he was having an affair. This is the 90s. She discovered a box of handwritten correspondence that my dad and his mistress had written to each other. And it was really sad for her, because it was like full of love and passion and sensuality that had long been gone from her marriage. But the really, really sad thing that she doesn't know to this day is that every single one of those letters, every single one of them, was forged by me. So it was my fault. Very, very, very much my fault. It's summer, it's the season for holidays. Give me a cheer if you've been abroad this year. Quite a few of you. Where did you go abroad? South Spain, lovely stuff. Have you just got back? 2 months ago. Excellent stuff. You don't know, it's just all blotted out of the memory.
2 weeks ago.
Oh, you're going again? I thought Hull was poor, but he's like, went last week, going again next week. I've got a question. I'm quite interested. There's a question about holidays, and I always ask this question because I really find it fascinating. In your opinion, when does the holiday, any holiday, when does a holiday start? 2 days in? Why 2 days in? What are you doing for the first 2 days? You're doing admin. It is quite stressful. Have you got kids? Yeah, that's it, isn't it? You're not really going on holiday. You're just going to rear your children in a different location. Do you think the holiday starts 2 days? No one's ever said that before. No one's ever said the holiday starts quite a bit into the holiday. When do you think the holiday starts, Miss? Yeah, I'm just looking at you. When do you... Why the day before? I think you need to go on holiday with this person. She starts a day early, you start 2 days late. Anyone else got any opinions on this? This lovely couple here, when do you think the holiday starts? On the day. But in a specific time, doing a specific thing? As soon as you finish work, go on. You think it's on the way to the airport. Any other opinions? Feel free to shout them out. The drive. Off the drive, not on the drive, off the drive. Excellent stuff. A week before? That's not a bad. I once asked this question and someone said, you're on holiday from the moment you book the annual leave. And I was like, what? I've booked a leave 11 months before I got on holiday before. So I was doing fuck all for the vast majority of the year. I think the holiday starts, it can start in one of two places. It can start with that first like cold pint of beer in the airport short stay car park. Oh, in the drive. Just driving to the thing with a pint and... You need to go on holiday with all these people. These people are just like all over it. Look, I don't think the holiday starts properly, until you take that lukewarm slice of bread, you turn it over for its second go around the hotel breakfast bar conveyor toaster. That's when the holiday starts. When you're performing a domestic chore you could be doing twice as fast and with twice as much efficiency if you just stayed at fucking home. Fucking great. Is anyone here speak a second language? Give me a cheer. Oh, hello, sir. So what is your name, sir? Gibberish. That's not a foreign language, sir. Does anyone speak a second language? Spanish. What do you speak? Oh, I see. Right. Does anyone speak a second language in here? See. No one. Absolutely no one. Well, a little bit Spanish. What's your name, miss? Sam, nice to meet you. Do you know the Spanish word for holiday?
Yeah.
What is it? You said yes like you don't know and you're just about to make something up. Vacación. Vacación. It's a very sexy language, isn't it? No, it is vacation because I've had that answer before. Vacación. It's very sexy. It's not like holiday. You know what I mean? It's just like vacación. It's very sexy. French is the same as vacances in French. Very sexy. Have you spent a lot of time in Spain? Not really. I was going to say, just holidays. Have you ever heard when you're in Spain and you're talking to someone? Has anyone ever said to you, instead of saying vacances, instead of saying like vacances for the word holiday, have they ever instead said the word vacancy bobs? So that never happened? Vacancy bobs. Give me a cheer if you're a fan of the word hollybobs. It's fucking awful, isn't it? So maybe I want to cut my tongue off. It's fucking awful. And my ears. I hate it. Give me a cheer if you like the word hollybobs. You look like you really like it. Here we go. Someone's being outed as a hollybobs user. You said hollybobs. Why? You just like it. Everyone fucking hates it and they hate you for saying it. I don't hate to break it to you. You seem like a lovely person. It's horrible. I hate it. The reason I hate the word hollybobs is this. The kind of people who say hollybobs, they don't use the bobs suffix for any other word. It's the only word they end with e-bobs. Do you know what, like, genuinely, like, I wouldn't mind the word hollybobs if they were more liberal in their application of the bob suffix. Like, I would. Like, for example, if you got called into a meeting at work and they said, me and the managers, we've had a bit of a think, and we've decided that we're going to offer you voluntary redundancy bobs. I'd be on board with that. I think that'd be quite good. Like if you were watching the news and they said, Russian President Vladimir Putin has shocked the world by invading Ukraine bobs. Again. Really, we're good. Apply more. You know, if your friend was like, oh, I can't believe it. Kevin's cheating on me again. He's gone behind my back, he bobs. Just... Oh no, Sharon, where did that happen? Where did he cheat on you? He cheated me on me only bobs. Pretty good. Being from Harrogate, we don't say hollybobs in Harrogate. We use the formal alternative, hollywobbers. Give me a cheer if you've got kids. Yeah, we established quite a few of you have got kids. You've got kids. How old are your children? This does sound a bit. It sounds noncy. I will admit it sounds a bit noncy. Now, I'm just curious about people who, because you're a young couple. Pardon? You ain't got them together, but you both have kids separately. You have 5 kids separately. Or 5 each? You've got 10, or between you, you've got 5? Between you, you've got 5. How old's the youngest? This is really starting to sound noncy now, isn't it?
3.
Oh, 3. There's 3. What's the child's name? Isla, it's a lovely name. There is a trend now that I've noticed, and you're demonstrating the trend. Kids' names are getting increasingly old-fashioned, I think. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm increasingly seeing babies with, like, the same names as, like, my parents and grandparents and great-grandparents. I'm seeing babies with names like, I think Iris, Ivy, Agnes, like the same names as people born in 1901, like Stanley, Arthur. Even though I think it's quite cute, and I like seeing a baby with an Edwardian name. I think it's going to create a bit of a problem. And here's the problem. Pop stars now have very modern names, don't they? Like really modern names, like Charlie XCXCX and Doja Cat and Lil Nas X and all that kind of thing. But because we're giving our kids like Edwardian names, the same names as people had in the year 1900, it means in about 25 years' time, when all these babies have grown up and they're the pop stars of the future, you're going to listen to Radio 1, Top 40 Countdown, and it's going to sound something like this. And at number 1 on the hit parade this week, with her cover of Cardi B's Wet Ass Pussy, it's Dorothy Smith! Featuring the latest sensation on the UK grime circuit, Cyril. It's just going to be fucking weird. Fucking weird. Has anyone here that worked, is anyone here working or has worked in a nursing home? Give me a cheer. Oh, you again. What did you do in the nursing home, miss? Oh, no, what did you do in it? Were you like a nurse or? A care assistant. Care assistant. Do you still do that now? Ah, excellent. I've got a question, mate. And it sort of ties into what I was saying about like music and pop stars. What are old people, pensioners, or people who are in retirement homes, what music are they listening to? Elvis Presley, Beatles, but that's like 50s, 60s. Queen and Led Zeppelin. Oh, that's quite cool. I only ask because I worked in a nursing home 20 years ago. I was like the tea boy, I'd push tea trolley around and give them tea and biscuits. It's quite a fun job. And it was fun because sometimes I would push the tea trolley into the lounge, and all the people in the nursing home, all the residents, all the 18 to 90-year-olds, they'd be sitting there. Someone would be playing the piano, and they'd all be singing World War II songs. Yeah, like it was beautiful because they'd all be there going, we'll meet again, don't know where, don't know when, but in tune, right? It was good, it was fun, but I've always been interested, have their tastes moved on? Like, and they have, they're now listening to Buddy Holly, listening to the Beatles, as Led Zeppelin, and this is going to continue. They're going to continue, like, their taste is going to move through the generations, and they're not going to be listening to, Vera Lynn. You're going to, at some point soon, you're going to have, like, punk pensioners, aren't you? Like Mohicans. And then you're going to have, like, new romantic pensioners. And then you're going to have grunge pensioners with Nirvana t-shirts. And then you're going to have Britpop pensioners. And the problem is, like, my generation and the generation below me listen almost exclusively to sexually explicit R&B and misogynistic rap music. So it's going to keep going through the decades, the 80s, the 90s, the zeros, the 2010s. And before you know it, you're going to walk into exactly the same nursing home that you work in, the same one that I work in. You're going to push that tea trolley around that corner, and you're just going to see a sea of pensioners all going, I love bad bitches, that's my fucking problem. I never like to fuck, I've got a fucking problem. Look at that. In 70 years, it's going to be very common in the streets of England to see like little old ladies with Zimmer frames going, yeah, bring a mop and a bucket for this wet ass pussy. I'll give you everything you've got for this wet ass pussy. The future's scary, people. I warned you. You're going to see and you're going to be like, that Aidan McCaffrey guy from Harrogate, he was right. All those years ago. I'll leave you with one thought before I go. You've been a lovely audience. So, it is only after a long car journey, or a long train journey, or a long walk, where you are absolutely busting for a piss. Now you realise that your bladder/pelvic floor does not know the difference between being in your bathroom at the basin of your toilet and simply seeing the front door of your house. You're coming home, you come onto the street adjacent to yours, you turn that corner onto yours, your house comes into your peripheral. It's like your bladder just goes, we're in the bathroom, let's start urinating now. Release the trapdoor. I have a solution for this problem which I'm happy to share with all of you tonight. Here's a solution. I have taken the numbers off the front door of my house and I've put them on my bathroom door, and I've painted my front door to resemble a motorway service sign that says Harrogate 200 miles. So when my bladder sees the front door, it just thinks, I've got fucking ages, it's fine. I'll just hold it in. This has worked very, very well, with one slight problem. An Eddie Stobart truck drove through and destroyed my house. But on the plus side, I haven't shit myself for days. So, I hope you've been absolutely fantastic. I've been Aidan McCaffrey. You can follow me at Aidan Comedy. Have a wonderful night of comedy.